Welcome to Neosho Lady Wildcat Softball on KNEO.org. This is a presentation of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. You're listening to the official pregame show of the Neosho Lady Wildcats. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
Three, two, and one. And welcome, Wildcat fans, to the Marion Family Complex. John Ball with Daryl Harbaugh and Sam Fryer. We are fortunate to be here tonight. Hey, Coach, we're getting ready to start the 24-25 season for our Neosho Wildcats, and I bet we're going to pick up right where we took off last year.
I'm telling you what, they had a great year last year, winning the COC, I believe, made it all the way to the district championship game, lost to a very tough team up from Kansas City. I can't remember the name of the school, but I mean,
Raymore Peculiar.
Raymore Peculiar. I mean, very good team. They got nothing to hold their hats about losing that district championship. That was a tough game, and they made it all the way there. And I guarantee you, they're looking for just the same, if not more, this year. Their expectations are high, and should be. They got a good ball team.
I talked to Coach Cummins the other day, and without even asking her, I knew exactly what she was going to say. Our expectations are to win the conference, which is going to be rather interesting because it's a little bit of a realignment this year,
right,
but to go ahead and win district playoff. We've already got the district playoffs out. You are watching the pregame show, which is being brought to you by ProLube Motor and Auto Maintenance Center. We're going to get started here at 5 o'clock. Now we will tell you, since we have had this new alignment, all softball games within the conference are going to start at 5 o'clock, which is 30 minutes later, and obviously so. We're playing the Waynesville Tigers tonight, and they're coming a long ways away, almost from up to Fort Leonard Wood.
Yeah.
So they probably started before lunch to get here tonight, so we want to give them all the opportunity they can to get warmed up. You're looking at an empty ballpark right now. We will get started underway. As I said, this is the ProLube pregame show, and we will be back in just a few minutes. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com.
Looking for a bank that puts community first? Look no further than First Community Bank. With our friendly service, convenient locations, and a wide range of financial products and services, we're here to meet all your banking needs. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a home, or starting a business, we're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. Come experience the First Community Bank difference today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
Hi, I'm Barry Reel with First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho, and I want to give you some encouragement today. None of us are perfect, but sometimes we feel like we have messed our lives up so badly that even God can't fix us or help us. I want to assure you that's not the case. In Romans 8:28, we read that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. That means that God can even use your mistakes to do good in your life. I want to encourage you to trust God and let Him give you peace about your past, a purpose in your present, and hope for your future. With KNEO Radio, this is Barry Reel.
Welcome back to the Marion Family Complex. We're getting ready to get this ball game underway. You can see the Neosho Wildcats. The home team is out on the field. They're taking a little bit infield, a little bit of outfield as well. And, Coach, as we said, there was one senior last year that graduated. Mm-hmm. We've got basically, with the exception of one, same ball club that we had last year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've done all the summer work too. You've done, and hitting practice and stuff like that. And you're looking to get better. You're looking to get more solid out there in the field, make better plays out there in the field, which is going to help you make better play. And better at bats. Everything is turning where they should be, potentially a little bit better. I mean, they had a good ball team last year, and they've just got to just solidify themselves in their positions and start playing solid.
Well, I tell you, the other thing that is going to happen is what we saw last year. We had 4 freshmen come up and play. We've got another 4 freshmen on this varsity team this year. So we are preparing for the next year to come. And we're excited about that as well. Avon Blair has moved over to right field. She normally plays left field. Kendon Smith will be playing in left field tonight. Third baseman is going to be a freshman by the name of Sadie Leach.
Yeah, the what you can go off that is Avon's the senior, been out there for several years. Carly's pitching tonight, I'm assuming.
Yes, she is.
And you know how hard she throws. Waynesville may have a hard time catching up with Carly. So you may see a lot of balls hit to the right field.
Well, I tell you, the thing that we've noticed more and more is exactly that, because we've got people that throw the ball and throw the ball hard. Livy Emery, when she wasn't pitching last year, played right field, and she got a lot of business. Plus, Miss Blair's bat is vitally important to this ball club.
Yeah, they all do. You have 3 seniors on this team that's been out there ever since they was freshmen and sophomores. They've been playing together since they was, knee-high to a grasshopper. And so they know one another. They know how to play the game, and all they have to do is get out and execute and be leaders for this team. They've got 3 seniors, be leaders on the team, and see if they can't fall through and have a good year.
Well, I tell you what, the Cats are already coming in at 2-0. Their little jamboree got rained out, and they ended up playing that one evening, and we played Willard 5 innings and scored 1 run and 1 run apiece, and then the other team we beat 12-0. Plus, now we've turned around. We beat Marshfield by about 14, and we beat a pretty salty McDonald County team.
My daughter texted me that I was not at the games. I was at another ball games watching my other granddaughter play. I got 3 senior grandkids on different teams, so I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
What is the deal? Why can't you get them all here in Neosho?
I know, but anyway, the kids, they just move where they need to be moved. But anyway, daughter texted me, said they beat Mac 8-7, and that's a good win. Mac always has a decent team. Coach Allenball down there does a good job of just making sure that everybody's he wants everybody to play solid. Just what you want to do, you want to play solid. If the play comes to you, make the play, and that's what he tries to coach down there as many times. And Mac's always got a decent team down there. And then they beat Marshfield 14-10, I believe it was. But they're hitting the ball, they're scoring, they're man, if your bats come alive and you can play defense, that's the two things as well as I do watching girls softball. That's the two things you have to do.
Hey, this is the pregame show. You've got plenty of time to get out here. Come on out here and root on these girls. They're excited about being home for this is their third real ball game of the year, and they're coming back home with 2 victories. They're going to show you a good time, and they're going to show you that they know how to play ball. Over on the other side, Giselle Perez, who plays first base for Waynesville, is their powerhouse. So I'm sure that Carly and sister Autumn are going to have a few things. I say Carly's is in the circle, but Autumn, then that was one of the things that was an issue for us last year. We didn't know who was going to catch, and Autumn stepped up at the last minute and she said, I'll catch. Well, that was taken care of this year. We didn't have to worry about that. So she is catching her sister, and probably nobody knows how to catch her sister better than her.
There's a little family thing going on. They probably mouth each other in the bench, but that's part of it. And like I said, I know Waynesville's got some good girls, and I guarantee you, Neosho knows which ones they are and who to watch for and who they can throw it to and who they can't throw it to. So they're going to make their adjustments out there in the field, and Carly will be she'll be very protective of when they got the big hitters up.
Yeah, I think she will. She's seen, unfortunately, in the past when you let a big hitter put it in their wheelhouse where the ball goes. So, but hey, we got some power too. The ball clubs that I've been watching here from Neosho for 6 years now, it's always been we play small ball. We get kids on base first right off the bat, and we play small ball. We got some power in this ball club.
You've got some pop going on there. Those 3 seniors have hit some home runs, and I know Carly has, and even shortstop.
Kendon Smith had one. Becklin Garrett has had one or two.
Becklin Garrett, not very big, but she's got some pop in her bat, and Carly has, the pitcher. She's got some pop in her bat, and they've got several out there that can thump the ball.
Abby Hart put one out last year too, so
exactly.
You bet. Absolutely. This is the pregame show being brought to you by ProLube Motor Management, and we're going to take this time out. We'll take another 3-minute time out. We'll come back with keys for the Cats, and we'll have the starting lineups, and we'll have this ball game set to go about 5 o'clock.
Welcome to Neosho Wildcat Football live on
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Hi, this is Pastor Mike from Calvary of Neosho, and I want to take a few moments to give you hope today. Are you feeling overwhelmed with the daily struggles of affording rent, paying for groceries, buying gas? I want you to know that there is a God who is big enough to handle all these problems and bring you relief. He wants you to live free from worry and stress. James 4:2 says, "You have not because you ask not." Have you asked God to help you today? For KNEO Radio, I'm Mike Leake.
Welcome back to Marion Family Complex. We're getting ready to get this ball game underway. And, Coach, now it is time for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats are being brought to you by State Farm agent Eric Norris in Neosho, located at 437 West Kohler Street. Eric and his team are there to offer you a variety of insurance services, from individual to business to farm. To learn more, go online to ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone 417-451-6666. C starts out, we spell the word cats. We're going to start out with a C. What do you think C means? It means complete. Yep. These girls have complimented each other for a long time. We need a complete ball game tonight. We need to get this ball game going fast, and we need to get it completely out of control quickly. That means we've got to score a lot of runs to begin with. A stands for, we do that by being active. We've got to be active with the bat. We've got to be active on the bases. The more base running action we have, the more opportunity there is to put pressure on the defense. T stands for timing. Timing, we've got to look each pitcher, and by the way, they have 4 different pitchers that they can bring in at any given time. These Waynesville Tigers do. And I would almost bet you that there will be some difference in speeds along the way. We need to make sure when we get up to the plate, we look at their timing and we hit the ball. Not necessarily the way we want to, but we hit the ball and we time it right. And S stands for start with the end in sight. And that end in sight is a championship in the COC, and it's a district win, a district championship. Yep. So that's the keys for the Cats, and that's exactly what we're going to be looking for from these Cats tonight. Waynesville comes in. We don't know a whole lot about them. We know that with the new alignment, they are one of those teams that has come over from the Ozark Conference over to the COC. So they actually have no record at all. I watched a little bit of video that they had when they played Rolla, who they were acquainted with playing, and Cuba, and just watched a little bit of it off and on. But speaking of aligning, let's talk about the Cats, and let's talk about what their district is. They are in District 7. They're in a district with Carthage, Joplin, Lee's Summit North, Lee's Summit West, and we had this district last year in Joplin, if you'll remember. Yep. Neosho, Raymore, Peculiar, and a new one this year's Webb City. I say new one, it's not really a new one. We've had Webb City in our district off and on for several years, and it'll be interesting to see exactly where we happen to play that.
Well, like I said, yes, it will be. There's not a good middle ground there. I mean, Joplin is probably the closest you can. I mean, Carthage, you've got 4 teams from the north.
Yep.
And 4 teams from the south. Now, how in the world they come up with this, I don't know, because there's nothing in the middle. There's nothing around. Usually, we're thinking maybe our softball is at Nevada.
Yeah,
in
that's
Seneca's
possible,
district,
yeah.
because we've got Kansas City teams as well as this teams, and it looked like they made the districts north and south. But that is going to be
Well, I have a strange
very
feeling.
interesting.
I have a strange feeling since that we were down here in southwest Missouri last year. We very well could be up in the Kansas City area, but we're going to play one game at a time, and we're going to win as we go along. Let's take one more time out. We'll come back with a starting lineup, and we'll be ready to go. You are watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price.
Well, as you hear in the background, PA announcer Chris Finsky is introducing our Neosho Wildcats, a pretty good little group of people here tonight. In order to see it, he's already introduced the Waynesville. We will introduce them here in just a few minutes as they get ready to come up to bat, and we'll set the defense for you right now. But just listen for just a minute or two as Chris Finsky introduces the Cats. Sadie Leach is a freshman. She's playing on the ball club, and she's playing third base. Journey Arnold was that freshman that came in with the big, long, lanky legs last year, played first base for us, and got the hits she needed. Addie Hart, as we said earlier, had a home run, and she has a bat that can work as well. And there's Avon Blair playing right field, the other senior in the ball club. Ashton Stevens will be playing center field for the Wildcats. She last year had some opportunities.
By those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts and our country. Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as we proudly play our national anthem.
The game time temperature is 78 degrees. The wind is blowing from left field over to right field. We're about ready to get this ball game underway. But let's set Katie Cummings' defense. It is going to be catching Autumn Kennard. Kenan Smith is in left field. Becklin Garrett is at shortstop. Carly Kennard will be the pitcher. Sadie Leach will be in that third base position. Journey Arnold is at first base. Abby Hart is at second base. Avon Blair is batting in the number 8 position, and she's playing right field. And Ashlyn Stevens will be playing center field, playing for the Cats. So for the Cats, it's going to be Kennard, Smith, Garrett, Kennard, Leach, Arnold, Hart, Blair, and Stevens. And we're just about ready to get this ball game underway. Here come the officials.
Everybody's just a little anxious to get going. We still got 5 minutes, according to the deal, so we're waiting on the umpires to come in.
Yeah. And we're getting ready to have a meeting of the coaches at home plate. Coach Kabrak has been the coach at Waynesville for 7 years now. I believe Katie has been our coach for this is going on her 9th year. So both veteran coaches, both having an opportunity. I believe this is the first time they faced each other, Coach.
I couldn't say because there's just so many tournaments around that they play in. But still yet, Waynesville is just a little ways up the road. I'm not sure they would even schedule a game if they weren't in the COC.
No, I don't think they would either. We will get moving here in just a few minutes. But for the Waynesville Tigers, it's going to be Alexis Nerdig. She is going to be playing in center field. She wears number 17. Riley Govino is catching, and she wears number 1. Her sister Reagan Govino will be pitching. She wears number 9. The number 4 hitter is Giselle Perez. That's the young lady that we were talking about that is the powerhouse for them. Suri Hossie is going to be playing left field. She wears number 19. Adeline Gorham will be the pinch hitter, designated player, wearing number 12. Abby Nicole will be playing second base, wearing 15. Kendall Cobb will be playing shortstop. She wears number 8. And Sadie Fawn will be in the right field position. She wears number 2. Third baseman Molly Zarcone will be the flex. Carly is starting to pitch, and you can hear it pop, can't you?
Yes, you can. She's always had a good arm, and I'm assuming her senior year is, you get a little wiser. When you're young, you think you're going to throw it by everybody.
Yeah.
But when you come to senior year, you realize that, you can't throw it over everybody, and you got to place the ball, work some off-speed pitches, and just move the ball around. And it doesn't surprise me if she doesn't get a look somewhere down the line about playing in some college softball.
Well, I think she will, and I think she'll be able to play in some of the bigger colleges if she does just exactly what you're talking about. She shows them that she's wise. She can make the right pitches when she has to. And we've had the Cats out in the circle. They're getting ready to come back in. And Alexis Novidich, the center fielder, is standing in there. She's standing in there as a right-handed batter. Carly looks down. She wiggles that ball in her famous Kennard way. And here comes the first pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball.
Oh.
Yeah, I tell you, you and I aren't down there. But
are you kidding?
That was a good pitch.
That was a great pitch. I'm not sure the referees understand that this doesn't lob in. This comes in like a froze. Looks like you can hang a month load of clothes on this one.
Here comes Carly's second pitch, and that was a strike bunt. So that makes the count even at 1-1.
I think it was either one. I think they had it. I think they had the strike, and they also had it, and she had it in the place, too.
Yeah, I think she did, too. I think she did. Third pitch as we get the 24-25 season going for our Neosho Wildcats, and it's going to be a bunt, but it's brought back, and it's called strike. That's that little riser on that far outside corner, Coach, that Carly is her go-to pitch, in fact.
The girls turn into bunt. What do you want to do, throw it high so the bunter can pop the ball up?
Absolutely. And it's not going to surprise me just to see smoke. And here it comes, and there's strike 3. She's out.
Yeah.
So Carly records her first strikeout of the night. And here comes Riley Grosina. Grovina. We'll get it right here in just a minute, maybe.
I'm not even sure we're going to get it right. We can say it different ways all night.
Yeah, she is she's the pitcher. She steps in there batting from the right-hand side, too. Carly's not taking a whole lot of time. She's known her to work fast. And there's the first pitch, and that's fouled off. And Grovina was just a little bit behind that one.
Well, what makes Carly a good pitcher is not only does she throw hard, but she throws accurate, too.
Yes, she does.
She can place the ball where she wants to. And if you've got that combination of both, that's key. Makes you a tough pitcher.
She looks down, gets her signal. Here comes a pitch, and there's call strike 2.
Yeah, there's
right on the inside corner.
You can watch it go by you, and that's just about all you can do with that one.
On the count of 0-2, there's 1 out in the start of the season, or the home season for the Cats.
You notice Riley's a tall girl, got long arms, stuff like that. You want to throw her in tight. You want to make sure.
Yeah, there's a high and outside pitch. Got away from Autumn.
Well, that's all right.
For ball 1.
I tell you what, I watched her pitch last year. We watched her pitch up there at Carl Junction, and she'd get ahead like that, and next thing you know, she'd throw it over everybody's head.
Yeah.
And that just scared the batters to death because they didn't know where the ball was going.
Yeah.
And she'd just come right back in for a strike.
Got it. Fouled it off. So the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Looks like we've got a group of maybe Neosho baseball players or maybe some football players right behind home plate. That's got to be a little intimidating. Hey, the Cats took a pep bus, which is something we haven't done in a long time, to Glendale. And there's a hard hit ball out to center field, and it is over. It's going to be a ground rule double. It was over Stevens' head and bounced over.
Yeah, that ball took off in a hurry, and Stevens she kind of moved in to her right just a little bit, then realized, oh my, and then run backwards, which I don't think she's going to catch it anyway. That was a well hit.
It was right straight up the middle, and she'll have a pinch runner, and that pinch runner is number 7, and that is Camden Raines over on second base.
Yeah, pitchers and catchers can get a pitch runner.
Here's the catcher, Reagan Grosina. Here comes the first pitch, and that one's inside. It got away from Carly, and the runner's going to go on down to third base.
Yeah, they got sisters playing pitcher and catcher as well.
Mm-hmm. So there's 1 out there as a runner on third base for the Waynesville Tigers. There's the next pitch. Nice stop by Autumn Kennard that time to smother that ball to keep it in front of her. So there's 2 balls and no strikes. There's 1 out and a runner on third base. Everybody looking over at their wrist coach.
Yeah, they call them by numbers anymore.
It was a little bit high, ball 3. I've seen Carly do this a lot, too. She will get 3 balls, get behind on the count, and then she will come in with the heat.
Let's see if we can come back here and throw a couple strikes here, Carly.
And there's the first one, strike 1. It's a beautiful evening. You got plenty of time. There will be a JV ball game after this one tonight. Come on out and root for these Lady Cats.
I'll tell you what, for September, this is perfect weather.
Isn't it, though? Here comes the next pitch from Carly. That's swung on strike. As Coach Larry Perkins would say, that is the Linda Ronstadt pitch. The Blue Bayou.
Yeah, that was a wish swing.
Yes, it was.
I wish I could hit that. Yeah. That high fastball right through there. I think in softball they call it a riser. But
yeah. So the count's full, and here comes the next pitch. Call strike 3.
Oh, yes.
So Carly's got 2 outs on her own. There's a runner on third base, and that was the pitcher. Got a ground rule double and then took third base on a passed ball. Here is Jezreel Perez. She's standing up on the left-hand side. Carly looks down. Here comes the first pitch, and there's strike one. She got a piece of it a little bit, but didn't make a whole lot of difference. Didn't alter the.
Wouldn't be surprised me if Carly doesn't try to throw this on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either.
I don't think the Perez is a fast runner. You're down in speed, try to slap it around. I think she's a power hitter.
Yeah, that's what you call low and outside for a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Giselle Perez stands in there. She's got a white glove and a black glove on.
Yeah, fashion statement, I guess.
I guess so. Here comes the next pitch from Carly. That's a strike on the outside corner.
Yep.
A ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. The Cats can get out of this and leave a runner stranded on third base and come get in business with the bats. Carly steps all the way back, steps back on the mound, looks down at that wrist coach. Here comes the next pitch. And swung on strike 3. So Carly strikes out the side, but there was a runner. It was a ground rule double that went around to third base on a ball that Autumn just couldn't get the handle on. We're going to take a timeout. You are watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcats Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Welcome back to the Marion Family Sports Complex. We're playing softball. The Neosho Wildcats are up to bat in their half of the first inning. The score is 0-0. We want to remind you to stay tuned. At the end of the ball game, we will have a post-game interview with head coach Katie Cummins that is sponsored by Arvest of Neosho. So when we get done, don't turn us off. You'll want to hear what Coach Cummins has to say. Autumn Kennard steps in there from the left-hand side, and there is a kind of a high looping pitch from Grosvina, and it's a ball. She looks down. Here comes the next pitch, and there's another one that's pretty much a riser, ball 2.
Yeah, she's trying to throw it hard, but she's flipping it there at the bottom, and it's coming up over the top. So
now Autumn would dearly love to hit the ball, but she's going to wait and see if she can get on base free, and there's a call strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, your leadoff hitter. You try to get on base anytime you can or any way you can.
Absolutely. That's important. There's another ball high and outside. Well, if we're going to start off with Kennard, Smith, Garrett, and Kennard for the Cats in the bottom half of the first inning. There's another pitch, and that's a call strike on the outside corner. Autumn thought that it was a ball, but she held up. So it's a full count. No outs, bottom half of the first inning, no score in the ball game so far. And here comes the next pitch, and that's a ball. So Cats have got a runner on first base by way of a ball.
Nobody.
And here's Kendon Smith. Came in as a freshman last year. She played third base. She played the outfield. She even played a little bit of second base. There's not a whole lot that she hasn't played.
She's a pretty versatile player.
Yes, she is.
I know her grandpa well. She's just an all-around good player.
Yeah, and she's a sophomore. She squints down. She says she's ready. And there's a hard hit ball that is going to be foul. She caught it on the nose, though.
Oh, she turned on that, and that was an extra base hit, and I imagine Autumn was going to score.
Yeah, but probably so.
Just pulled it off the line.
Coach Cummins says we've got the pitching. There's no doubt about it. We've got the defense. We got to hit the ball. And that's exactly what the Cats are doing coming up here, getting ready to do that.
You've got to put pressure on the other team's defense.
There's another one from Kendon. It's booted by the shortstop, and we've got runners on first and second. So Smith's on by way of a error. And Autumn Kennard is at second base. Here's Becklin Garrett, the senior shortstop. He's been starting for 4 years now.
Well, this is the start you wanted for Neosho at the plate here, you know. Got a walk and got a sharp hit ball. I mean, you can call that a base hit, too, as well. Oh, no.
Yeah, great job. A double steal that time for the Cats.
Wow. You see the third baseman fake the bunt. Third baseman had to honor that and come in.
Yes, she did.
Left third base wide open so they could do the double steal.
Cats are doing just what we talked about, attack on the bases. There's a ball high and outside. A ball and a strike is the count to Becklin Garrett. She stands out and steps right back in.
Oh, she's ready. She's chomping at the bit.
Here comes her pitch, and there's a swung on, maybe just a little bit too chomping at the bit that time, and she spoiled that one. And that makes the count a ball and 2 strikes.
You've seen racehorses in the gate, and they just can't wait to go, and that's the way Becklin is right now. She just can't wait to get after it.
Boy, that is exactly right. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a solid hit, and that's going to break through. That's going to score at least 1 for the Cats, maybe 2. No. And that double steal paid off as the Cats have got a runner now that has scored, a runner on third, and a single by Becklin Garrett.
Good hard hit ball.
It was.
Down the hole. And, you know, nobody else, there's no need to even try to score.
No.
You know, that second run from on that base hit. Here comes maybe a double steal, maybe a steal.
Here comes Carly. We'll see if she takes that first pitch.
I think Carly will take.
No, she hits it, ball foul. Out of play for strike 1.
I thought she'd take that first
pitch
to make sure Becklin gets to second. Yeah. And then therefore there'd be 2 in scoring position. She just couldn't hang on. She liked it too much. She just couldn't hang on.
There's a solid hit right up the middle again, and here's one more run that's going to score. And Becklin's going to stay at second base. So the Cats have scored twice now. There are no outs, runners on first and second. And here's the freshman, Sadie Leach.
Got a pinch runner in. John over there on first base.
All right, she's going to have to.
It's one of those you got to move you got to move her pigtail out of the way so we can see.
There's a ball low and inside. Looks like that is number 2. And number 2 for the Wildcats is Kylie Tomlinson.
Kylie Tomlinson, pitch runner.
There's a foul ball just right back over the backstop.
Just missed it. Sadie Leach up here in the bat. She looked like she got a pretty good swing. She just missed it.
A ball and a strike. Runners on second and third for the Cats. No outs. And here comes a pitch, and she swung on.
Yeah,
just kind of almost gave up on that one. She realized it was going to be a low pitch, and I'll bet she makes good on it this time.
She was at the point of no return on that one.
Arnold, Hart, and Blair are up next. There's a ball outside. That evens the count at 2-2. Coach Jim Cummins over on first base for the Wildcats. He, former superintendent at Neosho, retired and still wanted to be part of it. And there's a solid ball that's hit to first base, and it's being out center field, and it's being outrun, and we may score 2 on this one.
Well, at least got one. Yeah. You know, the runners had to hold their position because they didn't know if it was going to be caught or not. And Becklin took off from second. She realized it was just going to land short, and it just bounced right past the center fielder. So got one in.
Yeah. Kennard gets all the way around to third base, and Leach is at second base on a misplayed ball from center field. But we scored another run. The Cats are now up by a score of 3-0. And there's Journey Arnold. Call strike 1.
And still no one out yet.
Journey is one of those that don't give her an outside pitch. She's liable to slap it right into the power alley between center and right field.
She's got those long arms, and she gets extended out there and gets a turn on one.
She does.
She can hit it.
Yeah. There's a ball and 1 strike to Journey Arnold, first baseman, sophomore for the Cats. And she hit that one They're calling it fair, so the umpire calls it fair, and we're going to go ahead and score one, and Arnold is going to get to second base.
I think the third baseman touched it with her glove.
I thought she did too, but everybody had to stop and see exactly what the umpire was going to do. But that's going to score another run, and the Cats have got a runner on third base. Here's Abby Hart.
In second. So we got
little second baseman.
Third.
She's a junior.
Come on, Abby, just turn on one, hit it.
There's a call, strike one. I caught the inside corner. The Cats are giving us a little bit of a hitting show right now, but we don't want to stop. This is just the first inning. There's a lot of softball yet to be played, and there's a ball high and outside.
If she could just wait just a tad on this ball coming in. They've been pulling everything just because they're used to hitting off Carly Kennard, and they're just pulling everything a little bit more. She could just wait on it and slap at the
Haven
right
Blair,
center.
Ashlyn Stevens in the top of the batting order again for the Cats. And she foul-tipped that one. Didn't really make much of a swing at that. That was almost just kind of a little spit and promise, and I'll swing harder. Promise I'll swing harder the next time. Here comes the next pitch, and that's high for ball two. So far, Grosevina has been in trouble with almost every batter, and Cats have been able to tee off on that. Here comes the next pitch underway. That's high for ball three. So we've got a full count. We've got a runner on second in Journey Arnold and a runner on third base in the first baseman, Sadie Leach. And here comes a pitch, and he just kind of swung at that a little bit just to stay alive.
Staying alive. Didn't like the pitch, so try to foul it off and just stay alive.
Yeah.
Always like that. Don't let the umpire make the call.
That's right. That is exactly right.
You make the decision.
Here comes the pitch underway, and she swung, and that's gone right by the third baseman. There's one run going to score. Arnold's going to come on in home, and two more runs score. So Abby Hart gets a base hit, and the Cats score two more.
Tell you what, they are wearing that spot out in between short and third.
Boy, they are, aren't they?
And the shortstop is moving over a little bit.
Yeah, here's Avon Blair, but we're going to have a timeout. The coach is going to say, wait a minute, let's talk that over. So we'll see just exactly what they do. Beautiful, beautiful evening out here. I wish I had my shorts on. You got yours on.
It is. Not, you can't ask for anything better than this right here, especially in September. You know how hot it can get.
It absolutely
especially the first
is.
time. This is gorgeous.
Looks
weather.
like we're going to have a pitching change. Is that right? Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, I think shortstop came in to pitch.
Okay.
I believe.
Number 15.
Let's see.
And that is the second baseman.
Second base.
Yeah, second baseman.
15, I'm sorry, yeah.
And that is Abby Nicole.
Abby Nicole.
Yeah, and Rosavina will go to shortstop. Maybe, and the shortstop will move over to second base. No, the third baseman will move over to second base.
Shortstop moved to third.
Yeah. So she's going to take her warm-up. I'll tell you what, Sam, let's take a timeout here right quick. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're watching your Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way.
And she rips one to the fence, a good solid hit, and we're going to go as far as we can, and we're going to score two more runs. And Avon Blair has a double.
Got one more run in. Double off the fence brings the girl from first in. Yeah, that was Abby.
Here's Ashlyn Stevens, the center fielder, and then it's the top of the batting order. Well, I can see this scorebook's going to be real sloppy here before too long. There's a first pitch to Ashlyn Stevens, low and inside for a ball. Cats have scored 7 runs in the bottom half of the first inning, and there are still no outs.
Still no outs.
Yeah, Ashlyn swings at that one. And that was a strike. And Avon Blair goes on down, and she's at second base.
That's second.
Yeah, here comes the next pitch. And home plate umpire says that's a little low and outside for a ball. So 2 balls and a strike. There are no outs. Runner on second base, and the Cats are up to a score of 7-0. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's low and inside. From Abby Nicole. And Stevens swings on, and there's a strike. So that makes it a full count.
Here's the bad thing. She is ahead of them. She's
She
ahead
is.
of the pitch. Yeah, and she's used
Yeah.
to a little bit faster pitching, and she's just ahead of it.
And we may find that out, and there's the first strikeout of the side.
Yeah, that is.
And I'll tell you what, we may very well find that out because these teams that were in the Ozark Conference, that may be just exactly what they do. Here's Autumn Kennard. She walked and came around to score in this inning. She is the 10th batter, and there's a ball on the outside. And if I know Autumn Kennard, what she's thinking is just throw me one pitch. I walked a while ago. I didn't get to hit it.
And that center fielder still hadn't moved. She's over on the left side. There's a hole, huge hole.
There's
in
a
right
huge
center.
hole. There's another ball low and outside. Yeah, there is a big, what we call power alley between right and center field. You could probably hit the ball there and run all the way to Brahms in Neosho. There's a solid hit, and
right
that's caught. And that for the second out.
Right off the end of the bat, too, John. There's, bless her heart, they got to get used to her timing, but she's so far ahead of the ball. That was just right off the end of the bat. Just a little blooper to the third
Nice
base.
play by the third baseman, though, to
Yes, it was.
dive
It was
and
a good
catch that
catch.
ball. Here's Kendon. She got on first by way of an error in her last time up. And there's a hard, solid hit. And it's apparently...
We can't see the third. We can't
No,
see
we
left
can't see
field for the
third base.
dugout.
But there's another score, and Kendon goes into second base with a double.
Good. We needed to get Avon in.
Blair comes in, and that makes the score 8-0. Here's Becklin. She hit a single her last time up. She and Carly both had singles. So here comes the first pitch, and that's going to be a little high and inside for a ball.
Becklin, she's up in the front of the box. She knows she's got to get up there.
Yes, she is.
She's got to relax.
That ball is a nice job by Reagan Grosavina to stop that ball and keep Kendon over on second base. Becklin's up in there. Here comes the pitch, and she's going to hit it high. And she hits it hard, and it's going to be third baseman coming in and making the catch for the third out.
After one full inning, our score, Neosho 8.
But the Cats are up over the Waynesville Tigers after one full inning by a score of 8-0. You are watching the Neosho Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back with the top of the second after this.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member S.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Here's Sarai Corsi at the beginning of the second inning. The Cats are up by a score of 8-0. against the Waynesville Tigers. Carly Kennard in the circle for the Cats. Her sister Autumn at catcher. Here comes the first pitch, and there's strike one. Just blew it right by her.
They're just watching that, and you know they haven't seen this.
No, they haven't seen anything like this. Carly's kind of stepping out, getting away from the circle for a little bit, which is kind of unusual for her. Here comes her next pitch, and they're swung on for strike two. And, of course, he swung at a ball that time, just a little bit outside. Carly steps back in. Here she comes. She's working pretty fast right now. There it is. Oh, my goodness. That was just barely outside for a ball.
It comes in so quick that, the girls down there don't have a whole lot of time to make a decision whether they want to swing or not.
No, they don't. Here comes the next pitch underway. Swung on strike three. So Carly has had 3 strikeouts. This is number 4.
Yeah, she struck the side out in the first inning.
Yeah, here is Gordon. Elena Gordon is the designated player. She steps in and bats right-handed. Carly looks down. Here comes her first pitch. Strike one. That ball was in there. That was a strike, but she swung at it a little late, too. So that's strike 2 times, right, Coach?
Yeah, I think it was in the glove before the batting, found a way over the plate.
I think that's right. So here comes the next pitch from Carly. There's another swung on strike 2. That was a little bit high, but it was one of those riser pitches, I think.
Yeah. It's not a fastball in softball. They call it a riser. And look, in Waynesville, look at the Waynesville. They're in the back of the box instead of Neosho's in the front of the box.
Yeah, absolutely. And here comes the third pitch. And there's a foul ball back to the fence, but she got a piece of that one.
She did a good job, too. That was a tough pitch. Handcuffed her. Threw it on the inside.
It did. That was a nice pitch by Carly that time. Carly looks down. She's getting ready. Here comes her third pitch. Swung on strike 3. And Carly's got 5 strikeouts now.
They're having a hard time catching up that high fastball.
Here's the new pitcher, Abby Nicole.
The high riser. Let me excuse myself.
She's steps in there on the batting right-handed. Here comes Carly's first pitch. Swung on strike 1. And at this point, Carly just needs to throw steam and let her rip. And we're out here at the complex. This is the softball field. We've got a baseball field next to us. We've got a soccer field behind us. And the 7th and 8th grade baseball program called strike 2 is just getting ready to wind up as they practice over here on the other side. So this complex is being amply used. I had an opportunity this weekend with some relatives in town to show them all of Neosho's facilities, and it's just a thrill to show it off. There's a ball that's high and outside.
Yeah, Carly threw that a little too high for her chase.
Yeah,
but
she did. She wanted to.
She's trying to get her to climb the ladder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the top half of the second inning. The Cats are up by 8-0. There's 2 outs, a ball and 2 strikes, and there's strike 3. Carly strikes out the side again.
2 innings, 6 strikeouts.
That's absolutely right. We're going to take another timeout. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Pastor Mike at Calvary of Neosho, and I want to take a minute to share grace with you today. And what is grace? Grace is when someone gives you something that you don't deserve. I haven't done anything to deserve God's forgiveness, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve God's love, but He gives it by His grace. I haven't done anything to deserve a bright future, but God has made a way for me to have one by His grace. Titus 2 says the grace of God has appeared that offers salvation to all people. Have you accepted that gift of grace? For KNEO Radio, I'm Mike Leake.
Family Market, located at 201 North Neosho Boulevard, is your friendly hometown grocery store with delicious deli and the best selection of fresh meats and beautiful produce. Family Market can also take care of all your catering needs. Whether your upcoming event is big or small, Family Market can handle it all. Call 451-0057. That's 451-0057. Check out the Family Market Facebook page for weekly specials. Go Wildcats from Family Market of Neosho.
Clark Funeral Homes, with 2 locations, 312 South Wood Street in Neosho and Highway B at Highway 86 in Granby, is proud to be a part of these local communities. Established in 1890, they specialize in a variety of funeral service options, including traditional, cremation, and graveside services. They also offer monuments. Clark Funeral Homes, 417-451-2345, or online at clarkfuneralhomes.com, a sponsor of
Welcome back to the Marion Family Sports Complex. Neosho Wildcats, Lady Cats taking on the Tigers from Waynesville. Bottom half of the second inning, Cats are up 8-0. Here's Carly Kennard, not only the pitcher, but she hits the number 4 spot, and the umpire calls it strike one.
Carly needs to, she needs to scoot up in that front of that box as far as possible.
That one's going to be a little bit inside. Abby Cannell is in relief of Reagan Grosfina. There's a solid hit that's going to be, she's going to run and she's going to take 2, possibly 3 if we can kind of get the ball in. It's a nice job of hitting the ball good and solid. The right fielder misplayed it just a little bit and allowed Abby to get on. Or allowed Carly to get on to second base.
And
here's Sadie Leach.
And Kylie Thompson's pinch running. She's on second base now, running for Carly. Good base hitting. Good job of hitting from Carly.
Yeah, that was a solid hit, and that was right up in that alley we talked about.
Well, she's not. You got a slower pitcher up there, and you've got to wait on it and be patient, and that's what she did. She was a very good job of hitting.
After Leach, it'll be Journey Arnold. And then it will be Abby Hart, all of who scored in the first inning. Runner on second and no outs, bottom half of the second inning. And here's the freshman, Sadie Leach. Call strike. There's 2 balls and a strike now. Carly at second base. That ball's a little bit inside.
Well, that was close.
Yeah, Leach wanted it. She really did, and just stepped back at the last second. So the count's 3-1 on Leach. And there's ball 4. So she draws a walk. We've got runners on first and second. And here's Journey Arnold. Journey Arnold had a base hit and came around and scored. After Journey Arnold, it'll be Abby Hart, Avon Blair, and Ashlyn Stevens.
You'd like to say, who didn't have a base hit that first inning? I mean, they
just about.
Yeah, just went through the lineup.
Comes the first pitch. And there's a good solid hit right back to the second baseman. Everybody's going to get back safe in time. Nice job of being heads-up base running by the Cats, but that's the first out.
Yeah.
Fly to the number 4 second baseman for the first out. Here's Abby Hart. Abby had a single her last time up.
They got to get used to this girl's speed. Just relax and hit it.
It's called strike one. As we said in the pregame show, they have 4 pitchers. So at any given time, we've got to be to the place that we check the timing and make sure we get the bat on the ball. There's a ball low and inside, and the count's even at 1-1. There is 1 out, runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. High, almost got away from the catcher.
Good job, the catcher come out of the
stance. She snagged it down, sure did. Here comes the next pitch underway, and there's a solid hit high up in the air. Base runners are going to have to hold to see if it's caught, and it is. So there's the second out. I say that was caught. I'm not sure. I don't know whether it was or not, but I believe the left fielder caught that ball.
Everyone else thought it was.
Yeah.
John, so I think we can assume that it was caught.
Avon Blair had a double her last time up. The ball went to the fence, and there's a good hard hit, but it's up in the air, too. And shortstop calls for it and makes the play. So the Cats don't draw any blood that time. The score now after 2 innings of play is Neosho 8, Waynesville 0. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit Rise Fitness Center.
Kendall Cobb, Font in the top of the batting order in the top half of the third inning. Wildcats up by a score of 8-0 over the Tigers from Waynesville. Here comes the first pitch from Kennard. Blew it right by her for call strike one. Kennard so far has struck out the side both times. Top half of the third inning. We'll see if she can't keep that string going. She's looking down. She's checking her pitch. Here comes a windup in the pitch, and there's a pop fly. It's going to be called for by the second baseman. Hart makes the catch, and there's the first out.
Well, that's the first time they've touched the ball. Well, besides that one double at the fence.
And here's Sadie Fawn. She's going to bat from the left-hand side. Catcher Leach is in a long ways in. And obviously she's got some idea what was going to happen.
You got a left-hander that's looks like she's pretty quick, get down the line pretty fast. You're going to play in.
Yeah.
Usually you're looking at somebody that wants to slap it.
Yeah, she's going to that swinging bunt.
Yeah, try to hit it on the run.
A little left-hander by the name of Lily Grau several years ago that did just that, and she was very, very successful for the Cats. In fact, she went on to play at Labette County Community College.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no balls and 2 strikes. There is 1 out. We're in the top half of the third inning. Carly Kennard in the circle for the Cats. And there's another foul. And that was just kind of putting the bat out there. There wasn't any swing to it or even a slap. That was just seeing if she could hit the ball, I think. So the count remains the same. No balls and 2 strikes on Sadie Fawn, the left-hand hitter. Plays right field also. There's another foul.
Well, John, I'm assuming they're calling that a swing because if
Yeah.
you bunt with an 0-2 count and it's foul and you're out.
I guess,
But
I guess they're going to call it that, yeah.
Since she starts with a bat back
and
just tries to throw it out there in front of it, I guess they're calling that a swing.
That ball was a little bit low and outside. Now, she came squared around to bunt on that one. If she'd have swung at it, that's what that would have been. And Sadie's still in. She's halfway down the baseline into third base, and there's a strikeout. So there's the second out. And that brings the top of the batting order.
Now batting number 17,
the center fielder,
Alexis Nenadich.
Alexis Nindich is the batter. She struck out her first time up. Carly looks down. Here comes the pitch underway. Swung on, strike one. So there's 2 outs in the top half of the third inning. Cats could do with another big inning, couldn't they, Coach? And
Yeah,
put
they
this way out
could.
Out of way.
Just put it away now.
Yeah, here comes Carly's next one. And it was almost a bunt, but it was a strike. Strike 2, so there are 2 outs. No balls in, 2 strikes. We'll see if Carly tries to blow it by her or gives her something to go fishing for. She's looking over at Coach Jim Cummings. He's calling the pitches. Here it comes, and she fouled that one off. That was that riser.
Yeah, they have a hard time laying off that pitch. It looks like it's going to come right down the middle of the plate, and it just kind of keeps going up. But like I said, I wouldn't be wasting any pitches. I'd be going right at them.
Yeah. Here we go. Here comes the next pitch, and that's a ball that kind of got away from Autumn, but that's okay. Nobody on base. So there's ball 1. A ball and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Top half of the third inning. Cats are up by a score of 8-0. Still got time to get out here and see these Cats play. It'll be an enjoyable evening and afternoon. Here comes the next pitch. That one's high and outside for a ball. So that evens the count at 2-2. Infield is playing just pretty straight away all the way. Stevens in center field. It's a little bit over towards the shortstop side of second base, but not very much.
Yeah,
Here comes the next pitch, and that's called swung on, strike 3. So, Cats retire the side, and I'm listening to the PA system over here. The Cats have retired the side. They will come up to bat, and the score is 8-0 over the Waynesville Tigers. And it looks like there may be going to be another pitching change. Maybe not. No, I'm not sure what's going on. The umpire head coach is out there talking to the home plate umpire. And we will remind you that we will be at Bob Anderson Stadium, lovingly referred to, Coach, as the Bob.
The Bob.
The Bob. And we'll be taking on the Kickapoo Chiefs from Springfield. Cats won big time in Springfield last Friday night by a score of 51-13, and looking to end up being 2-0. I was talking with Coach Towdy today, and I asked him, I said, Coach, how does it feel to come back home being 1-0? It's been a while since that's happened. He said, hey, we're always excited to play in front of our fans.
Yeah.
Coming up for the Cats is going to be number 5. That is Ashlyn Stevens. And it's going to be the top of the batting order. The Kennard, Smith, Garrett, and Kennard after Stevens.
See if this is the second time we've come back here and seen this pitcher. Maybe we can timing be a little bit better this time, John.
Ashlyn's ready, and she swings the first one and fouls it off for strike 1. She did get a hold of that one.
Yeah.
She stands back in there, and she gets ready. Looks like she's going to bunt and pulls it back for a ball. I believe that would have caught the defense back on their laurels that time. They were not prepared for that bunt.
Third baseman's playing even with the bag. You don't hardly see that.
Yeah, and she pulls that one back, too. That time, the first baseman and third baseman both came in.
Yeah, it's like they can bunt.
Yeah. So there's 2 balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter in bottom of the third inning. That ball is inside. It's 3 balls and a strike to the center fielder, Ashlyn Stevens. Looks down at Coach Katie Cummings at third base. Here comes the pitch from Nicole, and she walks. So Stevens is on first with a walk. And here comes the catcher, Autumn Kennard. Autumn stands in there on the left-hand side. And there's a foul ball. Stevens is going to show us she's got a little bit of speed because she'd taken off, and I believe she had second base stole.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a miscommunication, if that was a designed hit and run. Usually they wait till if they're going to call her for a steal, usually the batter will wait to see if they get to second base.
No, she's just going to go ahead and run, and she gets there.
Yeah.
And she steals second base. So now we've got a runner in scoring position, thanks to a stolen base by Stevens. And we've got no balls and 2 strikes on Autumn.
Yeah, she let that one go so they could steal. And
she hit that one, hit it high up, and it's going to be out of play. Well, no, maybe not. And I believe it was caught.
Yeah, third baseman.
Third baseman made
just
the catch.
Had enough room, barely had enough room to catch it.
Now batting number 18.
So there is one out. Here's Kendon Smith. She hit a double. She got on by error in the first inning.
Well, she hit it hard at that first shortstop.
Yes, she did. And that's a ball that's high and inside.
It's their third time through the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a solid hit. That ball is going to... Yeah. And Smith is going to, or Stevens is going to go ahead and score, and Kendon's in second base with her second double of the night.
It was right in the corner down the left field line, John.
And that was not a pop ball. That was a solid hit.
Third time through the lineup. We've seen this pitcher a little bit. We can get her timing down a little bit.
Yeah, we've got a pinch runner. No, Kendon was taking something off.
I think she's taking some.
Here's Becklin Garrett. Becklin has had a single, and she flied out. There's ball 1 on the outside.
Yeah, Becklin more than anyone has got to relax up there. Yeah. She, like I said, she's chomping at the bit to strike this ball.
And does just exactly that. And that ball was high flying. It was caught. So
that's what they just get so amped up to hit the ball.
Yep.
That's what can happen is they get out in front of it and pop it up.
Here's Carly Kennard. She had a line shot in the power alley between center and right field her last time up, and if that were to happen again, the Cats would be on the scoreboard again. Cats have kind of calmed down just a little bit. They're going to have to get those bats going again. There's a ball high and outside.
Yeah, we need to get them going again. We need to.
Yeah. Sadie Leach walked her last time up. She had a single, or double, her first time up. And there's a solid hit.
Oh.
That was line shot right to the shortstop, who made a nice play. And the Cats did pick up another run, so the score is now 9-0 in favor of Neosho Wildcats. Fourth inning is coming. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray, because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 9 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Riley Grosfina steps in for Waynesville, top half of the fourth inning. Seneca Indians over in Carthage are down by a score of 5-0. There was a ball just a little bit outside to Grosfina. She started the ball game in the circle and has gone over to third base. Comes the next pitch from Carly. Carly just coming right along. That brought the heat that time, but that was a little bit low and inside for ball 2.
Now she's the only one that's had a hit off of Carly.
Yeah. She had that ground rule double in the first inning. I'm sure Carly remembers that. There's swung on to second base, and Parp picks it up and over to first for the play.
There you go.
And there's one out. Hart to Arnold for the first out of the fourth inning.
Now batting number 9, Reagan Grossiner.
Here's Reagan Grossiner. She is the catcher. Here comes the first pitch from Carly. Swung on, strike 1. I don't think Carly has lost anything in her speed yet, Coach. Do you?
No.
She just seems to be getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, you know, and here's another thing. Carly hasn't been behind.
No, she has not.
I think one girl she was behind.
A little bit low and inside for a ball.
I think one time Carly was behind 3-0, but she come back and struck the girl out in 3 straight pitches. So she hasn't been working behind. She's up on them.
And she's working pretty fast, too. There's a swung on to Journey Arnold down at first base, and she walks over and tags the bag for the second out. So 3 unassisted, and there's 2 outs.
Now batting number 11, Giselle Perez.
Giselle Perez steps in on the left-hand side. She struck out her first time up. Carly looks down. Here comes the first pitch underway, and she's swinging like she wants to do something with it. Becklin calls it, and we're out of the inning.
Right off the handle of the bat, that was. Just jammed her.
Sure was. Nice job by Carly to pitch that time. Well, we're coming into the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Cats are up by a score of 9-0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Insurance Benefits Consultants now has 2 locations to serve you. They're located at 1009 South Neosho Boulevard in Neosho and at 701 Northwest McNelly Road in Bentonville, Arkansas. They are proud supporters of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They provide Medicare and Medicaid support.
Sadie Leach, the third baseman, the freshman third baseman, up for the Cats in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Cats need to score a couple more. The score is 9-0 right now in order to win rule this. And there's a good solid hit that is gone to the third baseman. She dropped it, but bang, bang play, and there was a first out. It was a solid line drive shot.
Oh, the third baseman was lucky to just get her glove on it.
Yeah.
And you know, she knocked it down and couldn't stay in her glove, but she did a good job staying with it.
Yeah, she did. Here's Journey Arnold. Journey Arnold had to double her first time up, and then she flied out, and there's a high fly ball to center field. Center fielder is calling for it. She's got it for the out. Alexis Navadic is out there in center field. Here's Addie Hart. Cats are not spending a lot of time resting in the dugout, are they, Coach?
No, they're not. They want to get this game going, get it done. They're hurry up, get up there and swing. They want to hit the softball.
Addie swings at that one, kind of a piece of a swing, and fouled it off for strike 1.
Yeah, she's, like I said, she's way out in front of it. Get up in in front of that box. And
Cats need to go ahead and put this one away. Be done with it. Here comes next pitch, and that's a ball that actually hit in front of the plate.
I believe if she jumped out of the way, I think it would have hit her. She
Yeah,
just
I
stayed
do
there.
too. I do too. And even if it hit the ground and came up and hit her, she'd be on first base.
Right.
A ball and a strike, and there's a solid hit. And here, center fielder coming in to make the play, and she drops it. So Hart is on first base by way of an error on Niradich.
I mean, she ran a long way. The center fielder did. It looked like she just had a time just timing it.
Yes, it was. Here's Avon Blair. She had a double her first time up. And there's a solid hit right down the third baseline. And it's
down.
She's going to walk into second base. And here comes a runner around from first base for the score. So the Cats score again. And the score is now 10-0. And Blair goes into second with her second double of the night.
See that? Now Avon waited on that and caught it. You know, the timing was good. They're anxious to hit, so they just got to calm down.
Ashland drew a walk her last time up and came around and scored the 9th run for the Cats.
Need a few more runs here.
There's a ball high and outside.
See if we can't get at least Avon in. Don't leave that one on the base.
Well, it's going to be Autumn Kennard up next, catcher. Autumn's had a hit in the ball game. There's ball 3 on the inside. Ashton's very content to draw another walk, and she knows that we'll take base runners regardless of how they come.
You get Autumn up there with.
There's a call, strike 1. 3-0 pitch. She's taking all the way, which she should be.
Right, absolutely. And if this one's not right there in her power alley, she just needs to let it go as well.
Yes, she does. Here comes the next pitch. And there's a pop-up. Yeah. First baseman is out of bounds, and she makes the catch. But the Cats do pick up another one. And the Cats are now up by a score of 10-0, which means we come back at the top of the 5th inning, 3 up, 3 down, and this ball game is over with. You're watching the Lady Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll take time out and be right back.
Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
The law offices of Wood & Peterson is sponsoring this portion of Neosho Wildcat Athletics, located at 217 South Lafayette, Neosho, and 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation.
Well, these Lady Cats will go to Lebanon next, and then they'll be playing in the Joplin tournament next weekend as the football Cats will be taking on Kickapoo. There's the first pitch from Carly, and it swung on for strike 1 to Soraya Corsi.
Part of the COC. Now they're taking longer trips.
Yep, absolutely are.
Waynesville's taking a long trip today, and then tomorrow the Cat's going to go to Lebanon, like you said.
We have 2 long trips on the football schedule, but next year we will pay for it, I promise you.
Yeah.
It's there's Cale Smith here to watch his sister play, standing out for Crowder College baseball. Comes the next pitch, swung on strike 2. Well, he chased a high pitch.
Yeah, she's just
ball and 2 strikes to Horsey.
Just up and out of the zone, that one was. But like you said, she throws that high rise ball. It's hard to lay off of it.
Most definitely is. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's a little bit high as well, so the count's now 2-2. No outs, top half of the 5th inning. Cats up by 10-0. Carly Kennard has gone the whole way in the circle for the Cats and struck out there's a foul ball. She struck out the side in the 1st and 2nd inning and then got 2 strikeouts in the 3rd inning. So she's had 8 strikeouts so far tonight.
It's not a bad average for 4 innings.
Not bad. She looks down. Here comes her wind-up and the pitch. Got her. Strike 3. So there's the first out of the side. 2 more and we can go home.
Now batting number 12,
yeah.
Elena Gordon batting. She is the designated player. She bats from the right-hand side. And she struck out her first time up. Here comes the first pitch from Carly. Swung on, strike 1. Carly just gets more comfortable as the game goes along, and she's not even thinking about being tired,
They're
is she?
having a hard time laying off that high rise ball, and that's what she's been throwing.
Yeah, here comes the next pitch. Well, that was a...
Tried to take something off that
tried to take a little something off of that, and it bounced in front of the plate. There's ball 1.
Change of speed.
Nicole, the pitcher, could very well get up in this inning also. Here comes a pitch. There's high and outside for a ball. Gordon really wanted that one, though, didn't she?
Oh, she stepped like she was going to swing, but once again, it's just high.
Yeah.
All right, Carly, come back to her.
Here comes the next pitch from Carly, and there's a call strike. Evens the count at 2-2. You know, Carly does such a good job in the circle. You wonder if the infield and the outfield both aren't getting a little bit complacent. Just let her take it all. And there's a ball inside, and that makes it count full.
This is when, I mean, in all honesty, I mean, she's just shutting Waynesville down. In practice, what are you going on? You got to make sure these girls, you got to hit a lot of practice because they don't get a whole lot in a game when Carly's pitching.
No, they don't. There's a ball outside, so she will walk. That's the first walk given up by Carly tonight. And Gordon is on first base.
Now batting number 15, Abby Nicole.
Here's Abby Nicole. She came in the middle of the 1st inning in relief. Here comes the first pitch from Carly. And Gordon steals second base.
Yeah, it was a low pitch. Autumn trapped it, but I don't think she was really looking for this girl to
I don't think she was either. I don't think she was looking for Gordon to steal.
Kind of caught her asleep.
Yeah,
but that's all right.
Well, there's one ball. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on, strike 1. That evens the count at 1-1. Runner on second base, the second base runner that Waynesville has had in the ball game. Here comes the next pitch underway. Swung on, strike 2. Well, Carly seems to shaking that little walk off and comes back even more determined, which is what we've seen her do for 4 years now.
She's got a routine she likes to go through.
Got her, strike 3. So there's 2 outs, 1 more, and this ball game is over with. And here is Cobb.
Now batting number 8, Kendall Cobb.
She's the shortstop. No, I believe she went to third base. She went to third base, that's right, when that pitching changed in the 1st inning.
Yeah, she went to play third.
It's high for ball 1. Breeze is coming up just a little bit. There will be a JV ball game after this, so you still got plenty of time to come on out and watch the JV play, and then maybe run into town for a Brahms. What do you think?
That sounds good right now.
Doesn't it, though? Here comes the next pitch, and that one's low and inside for a ball. So Carly gets behind on the second batter this inning, but she's also got 2 strikeouts. So
ice cream always tastes better after a win.
Oh, doesn't it though? Here comes a pitch from Carly, and that is popped up. Journey Arnold is over. She's it's going to hit the dugout. Journey was there poised to get it, but that makes the count 2 balls and a strike to the third baseman, Cobb.
You know what, these girls, they play a lot of softball games. The thing about it is when you got to travel as long, these girls miss a lot of school too.
Yeah, they do. They do. I'm not sure it's not right at 5 hours, and the ball got away from Autumn, but she knows letting the runner go to third is okay. She just wants to make sure she doesn't score.
Yeah, we can keep her at third base. That's the main thing.
3-1, 2 outs, top half of the 5th inning. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's inside, and she walks. So Cobb walks and is the third base runner for Waynesville. Here's Sadie Fawn. She steps on the left-hand side. And third baseman.
Won't be surprised if they take off from first base. If she doesn't take off first base, that Autumn doesn't try to throw her out. Third out.
Foul ball. She bunts, and it's a foul ball for strike 1.
That's a good job. That was a great.
Leave that one alone because with a spin on it, let it go out of it.
No, that's good. Who's playing 27?
Yeah,
Sadie.
Yeah,
so
Sadie,
good job. Good
Sadie
job
is
by
back
Sadie.
in. She is halfway down again from third base. Here looks like there's another one. This is going to go right back to Autumn. Carly. She picks it up and goes to first base for the third out.
That will conclude the ball game. Our final score after 5.
Yep.
With Neosho winning the ball game 10-0.
Well, the Cats scored 8 in the first, none in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth to rule the Tigers from Waynesville. We're going to have a junior varsity game here in just a few minutes. We're going to take a timeout, and then we'll be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. Stay tuned for the Coaches Show, brought to you by Arvest Bank and Neosho.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Neosho Wildcat Athletics. Open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. They carry all the biggest brands, including Under Armour, Nike, and Adidas sports apparel and equipment. Be sure to check out their Facebook page at Sports Locker Team Sales and Specials, or their number is 417-451-9300. Proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Sports Complex. The Cats had little or no trouble handling the Waynesville Tigers. They finished with a score of 10-0. They scored runs. They scored 8 runs in the first inning. No runs in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. So they ruled after 5 innings, and the score was 10-0. The Cats amassed a whole lot of hits in the first inning, and then, Coach, you got a little sparse after that.
Well, they changed pitchers and they changed speeds, and the Wildcats had a hard time. I say relaxing. They were just too anxious to hit the ball, and they kept getting underneath it, and they kept hitting pop-ups. They had a few good shots, to get a couple runs in, but still yet they just had a hard time adjusting to the speed change.
Yeah, they really did. And we knew coming into this that Waynesville had 4 pitchers. We didn't really see any speed out of any of them. In fact, the first pitcher that came in probably had more speed than anybody else, and we just could not catch up with it. But Carly Kennard had 8, 9, 10 strikeouts. She walked 2 people. There were 3 people on base altogether the first inning. The pitcher, Grovesino, hit a ground rule double, and that was it. Nobody hit the ball after that.
Yeah.
And then she walked 2 people here in the top half of the 5th inning, but fortunately we had 2 outs, and she had 2 strikeouts, and then was able to pick up the ball barehanded that came back to her and throw it over to Journey Arnold for the 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, the little slap bunt just wasn't much on it and just died right there in front of her, and she just easy pick up and put out. But, yeah, did a great job. I think everybody out there did a good job. Like you said, I think the girls in the outfield and on the infield maybe sometime get lulled to sleep because Waynesville had a hard time catching up with Carly.
Yeah,
and understanding and getting used to that speed. If you don't see that speed, then you're not used to it.
No, you're absolutely not. Looks like we may be seeing the coach come out of here in just a few minutes. Let's take another timeout, and then we'll be right back after that.
Getting to heaven isn't just about putting enough good on one side of the scale to balance the bad on the other. It's about fulfilling a death penalty, the one we deserve for our rebellion against God. None of the great moralities or great religions can pay the death penalty for our sin. Only Jesus Christ's death on the cross can do that. You have to look to Him as the only one who can save you. To learn more, call 888-NEED-HIM. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia.
Welcome back to the post-game coaches show that's brought to you by Arvest Bank of Neosho. At Arvest Bank of Neosho, we believe in the power of serving others. From small businesses to agriculture, whether you're looking for someone to help you manage your mortgage or an expert that knows something about wealth management, we've got you covered. You deserve the best financial partner who cares about what you do to reach your financial goals. Arvest of Neosho, they're proud to call Neosho home. And we're going to start off with Kendon Smith. Kendon, you had a couple of doubles tonight.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Is that kind of an understatement? Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, I just go out and try to play the best I can, no matter who's pitching or what they're throwing.
Have you been watching Major League 2 or something? Because that's kind of some of the things that they do when they interview somebody.
No, I just have older brothers, and they set high standards for me, so I try to meet them for them.
Well, both the doubles that you hit were line shots. It wasn't anything that was an accident anywhere, was it?
Nope. I just try to play hard, do it for the girls.
You are so much fun to interview. I'll tell you, I really appreciate the opportunity. I can see why you're first, because you want to go hide, right?
Yeah.
First time you've been on the air, is that right?
Second time.
Second time.
Yep.
Well, you guys are off to a good start, and I know you was a major part of it last year as a freshman. Was you not playing third base?
Yep. This year I'm out in the outfield, so hope I do good there this year.
Well, I'm sure you will. You're a good overall player, yeah, and I know your grandpa well.
What I expect to hear next.
He's a goober.
What I expect to hear
next. That's what grandpas are for.
What I expect to hear next is we just want to play one game at a time, and the Lord will, and I can use my ability to be able to win. We've done this before.
Look like you were
Give
seeing
that
the
off
ball
to somebody
and
else.
I got it.
Carly Kennard.
Carly. It's good to see you.
Good to see you guys, too.
Seen you a lot. Haven't we? 4 years now. What a great performance tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, you had 10 strikeouts, and you were feeling a little benevolent there in the last inning and gave up a couple of walks, but it was a one hitter, so
Perfect.
You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, I do.
What was your go-to pitch?
Rise ball.
Yeah, rise ball. We saw it, and those guys just could not lay off of it,
No.
could they? Yeah, they had a little trouble catching up with you too, didn't they?
Yeah.
So
It looks like to me they haven't seen that speed before.
No, I don't think they have.
I mean, you were throwing it good, and you throw that rise ball, it's hard to lay off of. So, and I love it when you throw it inside,
Yeah.
just about chin high, because you scare those girls to death when you do that.
yeah, you had a nice double up the power alley between center and right field too, didn't you?
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so it was exciting. We got off to a big lead. We scored 8 runs in the first inning. That's got to make you feel pretty good, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. It makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, it really does. Was there ever a time that you thought that you might be not really right on top of things in the ball game?
I say that last inning, I kind of let it get away from me, but other than that, just got to finish strong.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Great ball game, and a great ball game in front of the home kid.
Yes,
crowd.
thank you.
Yeah. All right. You want to interview this young
Well,
lady?
no, you can go right ahead. I know I've been around her ever since she's knee-high to a grasshopper, so it's all right. That's good to see you hit 2 doubles tonight. You look like you was on the ball tonight, hitting it pretty good.
Yeah, I got my timing down good tonight, and I barreled it up well. So
Well-
did I please you tonight?
Well, I don't know about the second one. We got to talk about that one, But, they changed pitchers on you, on the team, and it looked like, you had the timing down on that. Everybody had the timing down on that first pitcher. And then they come in here and they change pitchers and change speeds. And you guys are out there chomping at the bit to hit the ball. And everybody was ahead of it. And everybody was fouling it off or hitting pop-ups.
Yeah.
That's a good indication that you're way ahead of it.
Yeah, I didn't.
But-
Helps. I didn't see the first pitcher, so I only timed up with the second one, and only saw her all night. So.
Oh, they changed pitchers before you
Yeah,
batted the
yeah,
second
they
time.
did. It was
Okay.
changing first inning,
Halfway through
right
first
before I
inning.
was up.
Well, I know you ripped that one in between left and center, and then the third time up there, you hit it right in the corner, did you not?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you a
Okay.
question. We talked about this for a minute or two. When you've got someone that is as overpowering as Carly, isn't it real easy to just kind of sit back and say, oh, well, I'll watch her do the rest of this, and then all of a sudden here comes a fly ball out to right field, and you're thinking, oh, my gosh, what happened?
Yeah, when Carly's pitching, I just have to think, oh, the ball's going to come to me every time because you never know with her. A lot of times girls are going to be late, especially lefties, and they're going to pull it to right side, and so I just got to be ready every time for that.
Well, they're going to be late. They're also going to be right-handers are going to be late, and they're going to be pushing the ball out there to right field.
Yep.
So that right fielder's got to be on when Carly's pitching.
Yep.
All right, congratulations, 3-0. That's got to feel pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Coach Cummins.
Well, she's up here.
At some point, we've got to start the JV game. She's here to work the table.
Oh, we thought maybe she was going to be here.
No,
She'll entertain you if you need some entertainment.
Oh, I know.
though.
I know. She can sing, too.
Yeah, those other 3 girls, they act like they don't talk at all. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
I
get
know
them
you
way
got-
off this, and they can't keep them quiet.
Right. I was like, man, they are giving 1 or 2 word answers. I'm like, down there, I can't get you shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to find that interview balance, but they'll get there. They're young.
Well, Carly had an overwhelming night. She had 10 strikeouts. She walked a couple there in the 5th inning, but then she made the strikeouts that she needed. You got to feel pretty good about her performance tonight.
I thought she looked good this weekend. At times, she wasn't quite as sharp as she usually is, so it looked good to have her sharp again. And the quality of hitters were a little bit different this weekend than what we faced tonight, but still she was hitting her spots much more consistently tonight, and that makes a huge difference. I think she was a little bit frustrated with herself this weekend and her performance. I mean, she goes out and gets 2 wins. So, I mean, you can be as frustrated as you want, but she was still able to come away with those wins, and some of that was on our defense this weekend. We had plenty of errors, and tonight we had none, which the girls reminded me after the game. I'm like, yes, we're bringing down our average error per game, but we're keeping our runs scored per game high, and that's really important.
Well, we were talking about this up here. I mean, when Carly's on, I mean, it's tough for the other team to even hit the ball,
right?
Team get work, and John was mentioning that. He said, you think those girls out there are getting bored just standing around watching? I said, as a coach, you've got to, in practice, you've got to hit balls to them, because when Carter gets on, they may not see a ball the whole night.
Right. I mean,
they get complacent.
I think Ashlyn was the only outfielder that got a ball hit to her. She didn't take the best angle, but either way, it was still going to be a hit. If she took a little bit better angle, she might have maybe got her glove on it because she's quick. But her angle wasn't great, and I think it was going to be a double no matter if she took a good angle or not. That was the only play that the outfield even had a chance to make. And then all the balls on the infield, the infielders did a great job, I thought. I know the ball wasn't hit to Sadie, but she made the adjustment on that 9-hole kind of get in because it was just kind of funky.
Yeah,
like it was just a little odd, something you don't typically see. And the ball was hit to Carly. Carly called her off, and she got the last out. But we worked on that a little bit yesterday. We have a feeling we're going to see more people bunting, and third base is a new position for Sadie. She can play about anywhere on the infield, but she's not really been a third baseman. She pitches, catches, and has been shortstop. So I know that might be a little surprising.
Yes.
But
it can be real different on that, whether you lay down the bunt, the slap bunts, and stuff like that, or when you cover in third or you got to race in. Third base is a whole lot different.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, she's got, Becklin does a really good job of talking with her, and Carly does. They communicate well in that kind of left side of the defense, so they know who's got what area of the field whenever it's not just a normal right-handed hitter.
My dad used to call it court savvy or field savvy. You just know kind of what to do. Some kids have it, some don't.
Right.
Sadie has it. We can watch her up here and understand. She knows the game.
Yeah, and she's the last couple years playing junior high hasn't necessarily had the people around her that have the same level of competitiveness that she has. So it's nice for her now as a freshman to be around those kids because she's thrown into a situation with a whole team that's played multiple seasons of varsity.
Yes, absolutely.
And then, we got little Kylie Tomlinson, and that's Everson's little sister, which I know some people might not realize that they have the same last name. They just
getting
feel
ready
a little
to
bit
say
different.
we called his name a lot
Friday night. I know.
We really did. That kid was all over the field.
I tuned in. We played the next day, and I'm like, I don't think I can make it to Glendale and back and be ready to coach. So my dad and I watched it on our phones, and we heard Everson's name a lot. They played really well. I'm excited to watch them play Friday, too. We're getting off topic, but I love football almost as much as I love softball.
Let me ask you a question because it has something kind of to do with that.
Okay, go ahead.
With the new conference alignment, you're going to be having some away games.
Yep.
You're going to Lebanon. How are you going to deal with that as opposed to running over to Webb City to play or running to Carthage and play?
It's a little different. We're still playing a full 32 games, but because we're you can play 36 games. Just because you can play 36 doesn't mean you should. And I'm in the boat of we've got to take care of our arms and our bodies so we feel comfortable with 32 games before postseason. And we're only playing 2 non-conference games outside of weekend stuff. So we'll play Seneca, and then we'll play Cassville. Other than that, we're not playing any non-conference. So we are still playing the same amount of games, but we're just not having as many Monday games, which is going to allow us to practice a little bit more. And then we're more conference games Tuesday, Thursday. So
yeah, you've got longer road trips. Your kids are going to miss a lot of school, too, trying to get there. So you've got to give them a chance to get their homework done. And I know these girls work hard.
They do. They all take school seriously, and they're phenomenal students. So I couldn't ask for a better group in terms of that as well. Another thing is the conference did vote to push the games back till 5 o'clock instead of 4:30, so that'll help. 30 minutes still means some time in class. You've been a teacher. 30 minutes, it's not a full class, but it's better than them missing 6th and 7th hour every time we have an away game.
Yeah, it's just going to be it's just tough all the way around, and scheduling wise too, and coaching wise too.
Yeah, time management is important.
Yeah. Coach 3-0 headed to Lebanon, and then we're going to come back home at some point. And I think when you come back home, we'll be Seneca.
Yep.
And excited to see that happen. Congratulations on a great start. One of the
Thank you.
keys to the Cats was to start with the end in sight, and I've known you long enough to know you're not going to be happy until we hit that end, and that end is a conference championship and a district championship.
Yeah, that's kind of, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself because every game matters. And last year I think we got a little complacent playing Branson, and you can't afford to do that, especially with the conference growing. You just have some more games, but one game at a time. I'm happy where we're at. We're making the improvements that we need to. We don't want to be our best right now. We need to be our best in mid to late October. So we'll keep working towards that and play Lebanon on Thursday and have a tough weekend at the Joplin tournament. So I think we'll be tested pretty good there. I'm excited to see how we fare.
All right, congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you. Have a good evening
Yeah,
and go
you
Cats.
have a great evening, too. This has been the Coaches Show, and it's been brought to you by Arvest of Neosho, who are proud to call it home. You bet. See you later. Take care. All right, and we're about out of here, gentlemen. So for Sam Fryer, for Daryl Harbaugh, as JV ball game is getting ready to start, God bless you for watching us tonight. We hope it's been a real exciting time. It'll give you a reason to come out and cheer these Wildcats on. And for those of you that have got grandkids playing, we are just as happy as we could be that you could watch us tonight. We're grateful for all of our sponsors, and we're thankful for all that goes on. So we will be, Jim Jackson and I will be at the Bob on Friday night as the Cats take on the the Kickapoo Chiefs. And they got beat pretty good by Joplin in their first ball game, so I'm sure that they've got blood in their eyes, and they're going to do everything they can to right the ship. So till we see you the next time, which will be next Friday night, go Cats!
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.